Hey, I'm Envy. Welcome to my channel. This is my first YouTube channel where I'm posting content. This is my first video as well. So I'm excited, but this is really anxiety inducing. A little bit about me. I am a cosplayer. I'm 25 years old. My favorite color is black, and I'm a professional yapper. Sometimes it depends on what we're yapping about, but I can pretty much yap about anything that interests me. Special interests, obviously cosplay. With that, I can go into like anime, fiction, comics, video games, stuff like that. One of my biggest interests though is movies. I really love movies. I want to be in a movie one day. But yeah, I love movies. I've always loved movies. They're just so magical to me and gravitating. So I decided that for my first YouTube video, it would be about the best movies of 2024. I know literally half of YouTube is making the same video. I don't care. I just like talking about it. Um, but yeah, before I get into that though, I just want to say to my 15 subscribers, thank you so much. Um, to the people who like my videos, my shorts, thank you. I did not expect to get 15 subscribers. I honestly didn't think I would get any at all because I'm not that, you know, interesting or whatever. But thank you so much. I do appreciate the 15 of you. Not to sound annoying, but please like and subscribe if you like seeing my face and like what I'm yapping about or talking about. Um, so let's get into it. Number five, Longlegs. And I mostly watch horror movies. So for me, Longlegs was really, really good. It was so atmospheric and dark. I felt very unsettled in my first viewing of it, honestly. And that's like a good thing for someone who is really into horror like me. And I was more so creeped out than scared, but there were some images, like subliminal messages that were given out, and there were like at least like 7 times where you can see an outline of like a looming presence or the devil. And not gonna lie, it made me jump a few times. So number four, Mad Max: A Furiosa Saga. This action-packed revenge saga did not disappoint. Not gonna lie, I didn't care about Mad Max that much until 2015, and then by then I was obsessed with it. But then it was like a gap because after 2015, we didn't get anything Mad Max related for a long time. So now that this movie came out with Anya Taylor-Joy playing Furiosa, I was a little skeptical because I was like, well, does she have the chops to play like a grimy role like this? And she does. Her and Chris Hemsworth were standout performances in that whole movie. I was not expecting my boy Chris, my boy Thor, to act out like that. Like he was such a charismatic cult leader, essentially. He was just a girl dad going down the wrong path. But anyways, Anya Taylor Joy, she killed it. She was such a good Furiosa. She did such a good job of showing the story, her emotions. I honestly loved it so much. Three, The Substance. It pretty much conveys the same message about being yourself and why it's important to stay true to yourself so that you don't destroy yourself by trying to uphold this standard, this unrealistic beauty standard or whatnot. But the way it's told in the story is unforgettable and quite disgusting, and I love it. I love that it's so gross and so grimy and so gory. Oh my god, the practical effects in this were amazing. The acting was amazing. I love Margaret Qualley so much, and Demi Moore. Dennis Quaid played himself to a T. He was a repulsive piece of shit. It was so good. Number two, Smile 2. Okay, so horror movies, again, they're on this list a lot. I'm sorry. I'm just really into horror more so than anything else. Smile 2 is one of the greatest examples of a sequel outdoing the original. It was significantly better than Smile 1. I think it's one of the best movies in 2024 in general. But yeah, I was so impressed with the quality of the writing in this movie. Whereas the first one was kind of bland and like, okay, it's like a monster, a demon. They definitely upped the ante with the gruesome deaths in this movie. They're so freaking cool. The practical effects and the makeup in this movie are really top tier, and it got you really more into the story just from how great and realistic it looked. Honestly, it was just so fun to watch and just guess what would happen next. The script and the acting kept you so engaged. It was so good. And honestly, I kind of guessed how it was going to end. And I was so mad that I was right at the end because it's such a messed up way to go. And she passed it on to like 100,000 people. Yeah, this is a 10 out of 10 movie. Honestly, I had a hard time placing certain movies in certain places for this list. But I'm very safe and very, very happy with my choice for what I think number one movie is or what it should be, which is Dune Part 2. I feel like no explanation is needed, but I'm gonna explain anyway. Again, we have a sequel outdoing the first movie for real. I love Dune so much. When I saw Dune, the first one, I was obsessed with it for like a week. I saw Dune 2. I kind of forgot what the first Dune was about a little bit, not gonna lie. But when I saw Dune 2 and I rewatched it again, I fell in love with it and been obsessed ever since. First of all, the cinematography was gas. When those three guys levitated to the fucking mountain, my jaw dropped. Riding the sandworms looked cool. The fight scenes were cool. The dialogue was so epic. Even when Paul was manipulating the masses, I was like, yeah, yeah. It's kind of messed up. I know I shouldn't be, but I can't help but root for Paul. I know he's trying to weaponize religion and stuff, but it was so cool. Now, acting wise, everyone was on their A game, but the only ones that stood out to me really was Rebecca, Zendaya, Timothy, and Austin. They were powerhouse performers in that movie. Timothy as Paul Atreides was such a good acting choice because I cannot picture anyone but him being that character. I like how even though Rebecca and Zendaya's characters they don't really like talk or interact a lot, you can just feel the tension between the two, and when they do talk, it kind of like explodes in a way. And Zendaya really did a good job because honestly, I'm not used to seeing her in roles where she's like rolling around beating people up. So it was a really good change, and it fits her so well. She did such a good job. And Rebecca and Timothy once again were terrifying. And culturally, I would say this movie is just as impactful, if not more, than the first one. But yeah, I honestly enjoy and love that movie so much, and I cannot wait to see what Dennis does in Dune 3 Messiah. I hear that is going to be really freaking crazy, so I'm really excited for it. But yeah, that was my personalized list of the best movies of 2024. I hope you like it and enjoyed this rant, really. And thank you for watching. Um, and yeah, peace, I guess. Hey, I'm back. I forgot to record this part, but now we're gonna do the best movies of 2024.